where exponential functions are used in real life. They're used when you're talking about exponential growth and decay, and we know what those functions look like. If it's an exponential growth function, it's doing what? The graph. Increasing. Good. So anytime we are dealing with a word problem where something is increasing, we're going to use exponential growth, this function. And anytime it is what? Decreasing, we will use exponential decay. And it's not much different besides we have a negative in front of the k. But let me talk about what each one means. Does anybody have a bank account in here? Okay, do y'all have like checkings and savings, or do you know? Okay, in your savings, do you know how, like, what percent it's interest rate you have?
Not very much.
Not very much, yeah. Most banks aren't. But like, if you say Evan puts like $1,000 in his savings, most banks will compound over a certain amount of time. Some banks do it like per year, some do it per month, or some do it continuously. But you get so much money, you earn money. You get like 1% back per year, and they add it to your account. So the initial value, and you can use this formula to compute what you'll have like after a certain amount of years. But initial value is how much you put in to start with. So that's what A means, like your starting money, your starting value. Time is, time in years. Now the rate, most of the time the banks will say like, oh, it compounds 2% per year. What you're going to plug into the formula is not 2, but this as a decimal. And what is 2% as a decimal? Good. So this is what you fill into formula. But they will tell you your answer in percentage. And the people who said 0.02, how did you know how did you put this in a decimal? Good. Or you can divide it by 100. So that's how you convert. So again, when you plug it in, it has to be in decimal form, but the answer will always be a percent. Okay. Alright, here's some more times you'll use it. Continuous compounding. So some banks don't compound every month or year, they do it continuously. And this is the formula. And P still is initial amount, how much you have in there to start with. T is the same, interest rate's the same. And then population growth, they use this to figure out like what if the population in this school is, I don't know how much it is, 2,000. And then in 2 years it would be like 1,080. They would use this formula to figure out what percent it decreased, the population in this school. Alright, Evan, read number 1 for me.
In 2007, the population of the state of Georgia was 9.36 million people. In 2011, 8.18. Determine the value of K in Georgia's relative rate of growth.
Okay, what formula are we going to be using for this one? Yes, how'd you know that? Yes, talking about population. So we're going to use population growth formula, and I'm going to write that here, is y equals a e to the kt. You do not have to memorize these formulas for your test. I'll tell you which formula to use on there. Alright, so which value or which letter are we solving for? Okay, so I'm going to put k equals question mark. So we need to fill in every other value in order to solve for that. Now one thing I want to point out, is E a letter or a number? Is E a letter or a number? It's a number. Good. Just like pi is a number. It looks like a letter, but it's a number. So we don't need to find E. We just need to find Y and A and T. Alright, let's start with A. This is the initial population. So what did Georgia start with? Very good. The Y is going to be what the population is after the certain amount of time. Okay, and what is the time on this one? How do you know? Yes, so between these two is 7 years, so that's our time. So now let's go ahead and plug everything in. So instead of Y, we'll have what? Equals, very good, e to the 7k. Very good. Now we need to solve for what letter here? So we need to get what by itself? E first, then K. So how do I get E by itself? Good. Go ahead and do that. And make sure we round to the nearest 10,000th on this. Somebody tell me what this is when we divide. Did she round correctly? Very good. So this side would equal e to the 7k. Now we need to get rid of what? By doing what? Very good. ln on both sides. So what will we have on the right side? Good. Just 7k equals ln of 1.1443. So after I find ln of 1.1443, I would divide it by what? 7. Go ahead and do that. And remember, we're taking our mock test tomorrow, so if your calculator's not working correctly, let me know so I can fix it. We're having, like, our real test is on Friday. We're having, like, a mock exam for this test tomorrow. And y'all will get to grade each other's papers, and we'll get to talk about what you need help on and so forth. You'll get to keep it. All right, Abigail, what'd you get? 0.0193. All right, this K is a decimal, right? We want our answer in what? Percent. So what is K? 1.93%. Perfect. Let me see. Yeah, if you didn't get this, let me know so I can come check your calculator. I think I have calculated here. I have like 1.1143. I think that's what you have here. Just forgot the 1.9. I did that earlier. Anybody else? Okay. Yeah, he did too. All right. So that means in 7 years that Georgia's population grew by 1.93%. All right. Next part says, when will Georgia's population reach 12 million people? So what letter? We're still going to use the same formula. What letter are we solving for here? T. Yes, because it's asking how long. That means we're solving for T. We just need Y, A, and K. All right, tell me what you think Y would be. 12, what we're trying to get to, so 12 million. What about A? Yeah, the initial population still hasn't changed, right? Still 8.18. What about K? Close. Yes, when we fill in the formula, we always have to have it in decimal form. So the decimal form was what? Very good. Now let's fill it all in. So tell me how to rewrite this formula. Go ahead. E to the... Go ahead and solve for T on your own. For your answer, round to the nearest year, which means the nearest whole number. Alright. Sierra, what'd you do first right here to start solving for t?
Divided into
Alright, so what did that give you on the left side? 1.46. What'd you get? 70 right here. Alright. Connor, what'd you do from here to solve for t?
Multiply both sides by 1.
Okay. Alright, so once I found ln of this, you're supposed to divide by 0.0193. Tell me what y'all got. Yes, it should be like 19 point something, which rounds up to what? Approximately 20 years it would take for Georgia's population to reach 12 million. Questions about this one? Alright, we're going to do about 2 more on our together, and then we'll get started on your checkpoint. Amy, read number 2 for me.
A type of bacteria is growing exponentially according to a model y equals 1000 e to the pt, where t is the time in minutes. If there are 1000 cells initially and 1650 cells after 40 minutes, find the value of k for the bacteria.
So this is kind of like one you'll see on your test. Well, I'll already give you the formula within the problem. So here's the formula. We're trying to solve for which letter? K? Okay, so we just need to find t and y. What is t going to be? So 40. Good. What is y going to be? Very good. So go ahead and plug those in. 1650 equals 1000 e to the 40k. And I want you to go ahead and solve for k on your own. Don't forget k has to be a percentage, your answer. Alright, Brandon, what did you do first to solve for this one? Alright, what did that give you on the left side?
1.65.
Alright, did he round correctly right here? Okay. Really, what would I do after this? Multiply, but yes, both sides by ln. That would give me 40k equals ln 1.65. And then after I find this, I would divide by what? 40. What y'all get for final answer? Very good. 1.25%. Any questions? Alright, flip it over. There are 4 problems left. Pick one to do together, and then the rest will be for your homework. Number 3? Alright, Alex, read number 3 for me.
In 2007, the population of China was 1.32 billion. In 2000, it was 1.26 billion. Determine the value of k if China is greater than.
Alright, they don't give us a formula, so let's look on the front. Which formula are we going to use? Yes, so y equals e to the kt. Which one are we solving for? So I'm going to put k equals question mark. So what is y? Let's start with that. Very good. What is a? Good, that's what we started with. How do we know we started with it? Because it was in 2002. So first one is a, because it's initial. Alright, what is t in this one? Very good. Go ahead and find k on your own. And remember, k is a percent. Bless you. Alright, Darius, what'd you get for k?
26.4.
Very good. Everybody agree? Any questions? Alright, last part together. It says, when will China's population reach 1.5 billion? What formula are we going to use? Same one. We're solving for what now? Time. What's our y? Yes, what we're trying to get to, which is 1.5. What is our a? Yeah, same. Same, we still started with 1.26. What is k? Good. I would put 0.0064, but that's fine. Alright, go ahead and find t on your own. .006. 006. Yeah, sorry about that. There we go. Oh, round to the, anytime it's asking for time, go ahead and round to the nearest year, the nearest whole number. Bless you. Alright, Nicole, what'd you get? Everybody agree? Very good. Y'all have any questions? Yes.
How would you know when to use continuous compounding or exponential growth?
Anytime it says continuous compound, that's the one you'd use. And then if it says, like, on number 5, how long will it take 3,000 to double if it's invested, blah, 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 continued compound continuously, that's the one you would use. On this one, it says depreciate, which means it's talking about the price is going to drop, so it's talking about decreasing, so you'd use exponential decay on that one. Alright, this is your homework, 4 through 6. It's due on Friday. But I'm going to pass out your checkpoint. You can use your notes. It's on chapter 7.7